When I talk about the simulation, it's like you people. I I understand where people are coming from when they say, "Oh, you're going to be a slave to the simulation," but we already are slaves. Look how much we watch movies. That's a form of simulation. Playing a video game is a form of simulation. You're not playing it in real life, right? You're not playing GTA, robbing cars and doing, some people are, but you're not doing that in real life. That's a form of simulation. Even reading a book or something is a form of simulation. It's it's a form of entertainment, right? Who lives there? Are you a monk? I mean, most people out here are living in some type of a simulation. They might not be directly plugged into this simulation, like pretty much everyone will be in the future. But they're involved in some type of simulation. The thing is, they can unplug it and plug in when they want, and then that's the way I think things need to go. When Elon Musk is coming out with this Neuralink device where it's going to help us merge with machine, we kind of already are merged with machine with our cell phone, but we can unplug it when we want, right? We can just stop carrying our phone. As long as we can unplug, then I'm cool with it. If we can't unplug, then I'm not. Listen, I I don't like the 3D reality. I really don't. I think it's boring. I think it takes forever to do anything. Um, and I'm held down by gravity and poverty and when you play a video game, why do you play a video game? Why do you watch a movie? To escape reality, right? Um, but this is what I think. I think that you hopefully people will have a choice, but I think people will have a choice. The technology is going to get so good where AI, the singularity is supposed to take place in 2045. Now it can go up to 2070. It could happen in 2025. What I think is going to happen is AI is going to get way more smarter than us, and like Elon said, you get the Neuralink or something like that. It'll help keep up with the AI. The AI will probably be is always gonna be smarter, but at least it's kind of like most people are gonna plug in to Neuralink or something like that, and it's gonna be everywhere, and you can be a part of it, or you can just be left in the dust, right? You know, you can live like the old school. Like there's tribes that are, you know, they don't have any modern technologies at all. Like that one tribe that killed that Christian man who was trying to spread Christianity. They're hunting with spears and stuff, and you know, or you'd be like the Amish, right? Or if you want to be if you want a family, you probably don't want to be in the simulation as much. But a lot of people are going towards this. You can see the breakdown of the relationships. People aren't having long-term relationships. It's kind of pointless to even get married nowadays. I'm never getting married again, and I wouldn't blame my kids if they don't want to get married or even have kids at that point. At this point, so we're going this way anyway. You could either go with it or be left behind. You can live like the tribes. I'm sure you'll have some kind of modern stuff, right? But people are going to be way more intelligent than you. I think that the mass amount of people will go into this system, and they're going to be way smarter than you. and they're gonna enjoy a lot of the new things. The digital reality is quite intriguing to me, because the limitless, right? You're so limited to what you can do here. Like, you want to build a house, you want to build a building. It takes so long. It takes so much resources. It takes so much manpower. Now we're getting to the point where you can 3D print a house in like 2 days or whatever. But for physical labor, it takes a long time. Now I can go ahead and build a house in the digital reality or a building, and it'll be a lot quicker. And some people, like, I understand the whole gratification thing, and I practice it. I practice instant gratification and prolonged gratification and things. But a lot of people, and you can just look at our society, they like instant gratification. And I like it. I mean, I'm playing a video game and I'm chopping down a tree with my hand. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that in the 3D reality. I'm playing Minecraft or whatever, or I like to play survival games. And, you can build, you can get things done quicker. Like, it's just going to be so much better. Like I said, you could, at some point, it might not happen in my lifetime, but at some point you're going to be able to go into these movies and you're going to be able, movies that have been made, and you could be the star character. You could be just an NPC watching the movie from the sidelines. You can be one of the role players. You could even be a new character in the movie and interact with the AI and see how the story plays out with that, whatever actions and I think you're about to go into, like, the simulation will be able to. I think that's how death is, though. I think it's merging pretty quick, like with death. Like, when you die, you can go back and relive things in your life, and you can live other people's lives and see how they lived, and go back and change things or make things worse, make things better, and you can just observe. And I think that's what consciousness is just observing and when you're doing a simulation, why is The Sims so huge? Why is SimCity, why was it such a big thing? Well, people like to build, right? They like to simulate how it would be if you live this life. The Sims, it's a big game, right? A lot of people, I played it before, I liked it. It's intriguing to observe. It's intriguing to do things and observe how things would play out. And I think that's how it is when you die. I don't think that it's like, in my opinion, I never came close to death, but I don't think it's, oh, you die and that's it. I think there's some kind of consciousness. And I think that I have no, like I said, I keep my mind open. And it could have something to be like, how the Buddhists believe in reincarnation and if you are terrible in this life, you get to come back in a worse life. But maybe it's not in this reality. Maybe it's just in a different thing we can't even fathom, right? Like, for me, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'll go to hell, but I really just don't believe that that a loving God would say that me just thinking about somebody's wife in a lustful manner is the same as hurting some child sexually. I just don't think those are the same type of level of sins, man. I would think that there'd be different levels of hell, and I would think that you would be able to get out of hell. I think a loving God that, you're going to put me here on this earth, right? You're going to put me here on this earth, and I'm just supposed to believe what a book says. It's not like Jesus comes in my life at some point and is like, hey, listen, I'm real, and you need to do as I say, this stuff. No, we get nothing. It's just you got to have faith. And it's quite interesting to me how the smartest people on our planet, these physicists, people like Elon Musk, are saying that it's possible we live in a simulation. I mean, that's mind-blowing. And then you see these churches, these people making millions of dollars. Go look at the head pastors, man. Some of them make $150, $100 million. Joel Osteen's worth like $40 million. Give me a break, man. So for me not to be critical and not to have a critical mind of Christianity or whatever, I like to have open. I'm not just going to have a closed mind. And I am open to Christianity and that too. I really am.